Welcome to Markese Stepp in 6 plays. If you're not familiar with what we do in this series, is I take a look at a different prospect in just a short number of plays. And in this case, we're taking a look at Nebraska running back Markese Stepp, a player who's transferred from USC, played a real limited role there, and now he's moving on to the Big Ten, coming closer to home and looking to make an impact for the Huskers, who are looking for some running back to step up. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the game tape. First things that really steps out to me about Markese Stepp is his ability to win with power, and he's a tough physical runner. And that showcases here against Notre Dame in a game from 2019. This is 3rd and 1, and they're going to hand the ball off to Stepp in a bunch set to the left, and he's going to initially see a defender. You can see the defensive tackle cutting inside, and Stepp is able to bounce off of that tackle attempt, keep his balance, keep his feet moving, and he's able to kind of work through and get that first down. As we see it in full speed, just once again, he's able to absorb that contact, lower his shoulder, and then just keep moving. And that's the thing that really stands out to me about him as a runner, is that his contact balance. He's able to take on contact. He's able to take body shots. He's able to run through arm tackles. This linebacker here gets gets an arm on him, and he's able to just run through that, finish strong, and finish forward. As I showed you with that first clip and his ability to run with power and run with speed, Markese Stepp also, he's always falling forward, and that's what I want to show you here. On this clip, as you see here, he's able just to make contact and extend out for that first down. He's always, when he's getting hit, he's always got that strength. He's always got that power to be able to finish falling forward and get those extra type of yards. Now, another thing that I really liked is Stepp showed the ability to run in different types of blocking schemes, whether it's a zone scheme or a man blocking scheme. And we see that here on this play. And he's going to get the ball, and he's going to go to his left, but he's going to see a defender. Now, that's what I like here. You see his vision. Sees this defender coming out, and he knows that, hey, I can't keep going outside. So he puts a foot down, cuts it up, sees his lane continue, and is able to work his way out here to get the first down and get a nice little chunk run on this play. And as we see in full speed, just able to just put a foot down and just navigate his way through traffic. He's got that start, that stop, that burst that you want out of a running back, and his ability to kind of pick up and go with the flow and just see his way through traffic. So as I just showed you with his ability to run, kind of in that man-type scheme where he's stopping and starting, at Nebraska, at USC, he ran in zone schemes, and the ability to put a foot down and go, find the cutback lane, whatever it may be. And we see that here on this run against Notre Dame. And at the snap, Markese Stepp is going to be going to his left, but he sees that, hey, there's nothing there. The defenders are slanting that way. He's got this cutback lane to his right, and he's able to and it's not the most explosive move, but he's able to just make a little lateral cut and get upfield to reel off a big gain. And he's able to just see, got to make a little lateral move to his right to find that cutback lane. Now, there's a reason why USC used Markese Stepp between the tackles, and a lot of it was because that's where he's best suited. Against Oregon, he did get some outside runs, and here's an example of one of them. He's able to get out to his left, and he sees the hole opening, and he's able to make a cut, but it has to be kind of that stuttered step, and he loses that speed. So as we see, once again, he kind of stutters, and that's not what you'd want. You'd want him to kind of put that foot out, put a hard foot, and explode up the field, but that's just not the type of prospect he is. He's much better working between the tackles and getting north and south as quick as he can. Now, what makes this play different in his ability to get to the edge is he isn't having to make a sharp cut. So he can get lateral, and on this play, he gets outside, and he's not really moving laterally. He's on a straight line. He's got the edge. He's able to turn up it, and get upfield for that run. And he's got that ability to run outside, but it's not moving laterally. It's not having to make a cut. And you see here, he's got a little burst to him, and showing that ability to get those extra yards, to get where he needs to be. As you can see, there's a lot of things that Markese Stepp does well, primarily being able to win between the tackles, get those tough yardage, whether it's just making a sharp cut, lowering the shoulder, keeping those legs churning, or even just navigating through traffic. He's got the ability to maneuver and to adjust and get those tough yardage. And I think his role at Nebraska is going to be very similar to what he did at USC. USC used him as their short yardage back. I think Nebraska, moving more towards that power rushing attack, is going to utilize him in that role. I think they'll expand upon it. I think they're hoping he becomes that power back in their three-back rotation that they can rely on to churn out and move the chains between the tackles. And I think Stepp is a guy that has the skill set to do that. Now, he missed out on spring practice, so we didn't get a chance to see him, doing drills and playing the spring game. He's expected to be healthy and ready to go for the start of the 2021 season. So I'll be anxious to see how he ends up doing. If I look at him as an NFL prospect, he's not quite there yet. He's only listed as a sophomore, so he still has a few years of eligibility left. But if I look at his traits and I look at his skill set, nothing really stands out. He does a lot of, he does some things well, but he's not elite. He doesn't, if you're going to be a limited player, you got to have at least one elite trait, and I don't really see that in Markese Stepp at this point. So at this point, he's I don't see him being drafted. I don't think he's a guy that might get invited to a camp and maybe he has to work it out in a developmental league. But like I said, he's got 2-3 years left of eligibility. Maybe he comes into the Big Ten in more of an expanded role and has a lot more success. So time is on his side. It's just we got to see him take that next step, and I'm anxious to follow his career and see if he's able to do that. If you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's the best way to get these and any of my other videos. So hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you're following me on all social media at draft_Brian, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it may be. Make sure you're following me there to get all my articles, all my clips, all my videos, whatever it may be. Thanks for watching. Until next time.